name is Tracy Engelmeyer. I am the Director of Recruitment at the RV Technical Institute, located in Elkhart, Indiana, the heart of the RV industry.
Can you tell us a bit about your background and how you became involved with the RV Women's Alliance and RV Technical Institute?
I started in the recreational vehicle industry in 1990, actually working my way through college. Wasn't planning on staying in the RV industry, but there's no better industry out there. It's so unique, so diverse, and everybody is just so welcoming. So I worked my way kind of through different aspects, which has been great in the industry. Up to product manager, sales, national sales manager, and then I did a little stint in the supplier side before joining the RV Technical Institute to be their director of recruitment. When the RVWA was formed, I was at the first meeting thinking, oh, I'm going to know every lady here. You know, I've been in the industry for almost 30 years at that point in time. And I walked into the room and it blew me away because I hardly knew anybody. I was like, there's no more females than I thought there were in this industry. And Susan Carpenter talked me into being the first events chair and sitting on the board. And then again, talked me into doing the Drab to Fab project, which was an awesome experience. So we took a used '07 coach and only ladies worked on it. There was over 100 different ladies from all different facets of the RV industry who worked on this coach. Totally refurbed it, presented it to the industry, and then raffled it off. So that was a very fun project. So that's how I really got involved with the RVWA. And now I am the executive chair treasurer for the RVWA and sit on the board. So when Kurt Hemler called and asked me to join the RVTI team, he was forming a recruitment side to recruit not only inside the industry, which I was familiar with, but outside the industry, more recruiting outside people to be technicians inside the industry. There's such a high demand for technicians in the industry right now. We also obviously need to train inside, which we're doing a great job at, but to pull from the outside. And Kurt actually then put a team together to do so, and going in to schools, to high schools, to prison systems, putting a career into place for these people and showing them what the RV industry is all about.
The number of women in the RV tech industry has been growing in recent years. What do you think is driving this trend, and what are some of the benefits of having more female RV technicians?
So the trend of growing ladies into the tech field in the industry is kind of multifaceted. What we're finding out is, and RVIA did a great study, thank you very much, that there are now 24% of RVs owned in America by single ladies. So this has grown dramatically just in the past 2 years. We went from 17% in 2021 to 24% in 2023. So what we're seeing is ladies feel more comfortable with having their RVs fixed by other ladies. They also want to help others. So these owners are also coming and wanting to be an RV technician so that they can help other ladies when they're out in the field, when they're out camping. They tend to camp together in groups that are like-minded and things that they do out in the in enjoyment and out in the campgrounds and state parks. So that's one that seems to be driving it largely. The second is the Z generation. The Zers tend to be, we're finding, a mix between Xers and millennials. So they're getting into tech, vo-tech fields more so than the millennials did, but they also want to have that enjoyment of the work life balance and work from the road. But it's great to see the ladies, young ladies in the Z generation, tending to move more towards skilled trades and what they're actually wanting to do with the career. So the 24% that are owned right now, RVs in the industry by females, are more comfortable with other female technicians working on their coach, especially if they're broke down in the middle of the road at night. But they tend to be more detail oriented, and they seem to be more open and understanding with customers and listening to what actually the problem is. So those details really come into play, fixing, making sure it's done properly and everything is handled.
Can you talk about some of the initiatives and programs that the RV Women's Alliance and RV Technical Institute have implemented to support female RV techs?
So the RVWA and RVTI co-partnered together last year to create the first female tech class. It was a pilot program. We were only going to do 12 ladies. We had 108 applications within 3 weeks and ended up doubling the class. What we found out of that was there was a barrier going on where the ladies felt more comfortable studying with other women and a little more intimidated with men, just because they felt if they asked a question that they were going to maybe get looked upon a little differently. They just felt more comfortable. Thusly, we found they learned more, retained more, and actually we got the best score ever, the highest score ever, out of that class. So they asked more questions. They actually learned more, but we found a barrier to entry there that we didn't know existed. So since then, now we've partnered together to create 5 different regional classes this year. And those have been very well received around the country. That's one thing that we're doing together. We've also gone into different conventions and arenas together to promote women in not just the RV world, but Votech together in itself. Also trying to partner up high schools and getting more high schools to add back in skilled trades, teaching the generation before they're coming out into the job force to have their career established. And RBWA is backing that with the ladies in the high schools.
How important is it to have diversity and inclusion in the RV tech industry? And what steps can we take to encourage more women and underrepresented groups to pursue careers in this field?
It is very important to have diversity into the recreational vehicle industry across the board. And that includes the RV technicians, because as we've seen in the last decade, the growth of diversity coming in as owners. And you'll see the different levels growing from lady owners to African Americans to Asians, and they're all on the rise. Americans, no matter the group, want to travel. They want to do it as families. They want to get out and enjoy the great outdoors. We offer so much in America with things to do, different state parks, national parks. So the diversity in the tech field is starting to grow and match the diversity in the ownership of recreational vehicles.
How does the RV Women's Alliance work with the RV Technical Institute to support female RV techs and promote career growth and advancement?
The most rewarding part of my career in the RV industry is a really tough question. There's been quite a few of those, but I would say with the RV Technical Institute, it has definitely been the pinnacle of having people come to me and say, "You've changed my life. Thank you so much for presenting this program to me. I I have totally changed my career. It's changed my family. We have people that have gone through our program that have come back and said, I've now taken my family on the road. We're homeschooling our kids. They're learning more than they ever would have learned if we were sitting at home in one spot. I've created a career on the road. We're doing it as a family and we're loving it. Those give me goosebumps because you're out explaining the RV Technical Institute and what we do and what it can do for you, to see it come to fruition and those people come back and thank you. It it's just it's the best thing. It makes what you do, and puts it in perspective. So, perspectives of being RVWA member and board member, I've always wanted to give back. Being the first female rep in the RV industry, trying to break glass ceilings that I didn't even know I was breaking. The mentor program was always big to me, and getting to start the mentor program has been like a life learning lesson, a life giving back, a helping that I've always wanted to do. We're also getting it on the RV tech side, where now we've had ladies go through the program, contact me and go, hey, can I have a mentor? I want to take this another step. So I've kind of tried to start combining the RVWA with the RVTI and the mentor program and putting those female techs together, as well as doing the RVWA side of mentoring throughout the industry.
What advice would you give to women who are interested in pursuing a career in the RV tech industry?
The advice I give to women who want to pursue a career in the RV tech industry is there's no better time than now. With a lot of the things changing in the RV industry and out in our workforce, this is the time to do it. So the RV industry really boomed during COVID, and we learned that now people want to work from home more, want to have that work-life balance. This is a job that you can do that at. First off, you can do it as a family. So that's great. But as we look to see what's going on, and there's a lot of new data coming through with AI, almost 80% of jobs out in our country right now that are female employed are going to be affected by AI. Only 42% of male jobs, and that comes down to skilled trades. So a lot of the AI can take over data entry and things like that, but not skilled trades. So if you look to the future and you look what's going on, skilled trades is going to continue to be in high demand for the next at least generation, if not two generations. And we're losing the baby boomers and soon to be Xers, which are our last kind of hands-on generations that's in high demand. The pay scale is increasing on those. It's a definite career. It's just not a job. So there's no better time than right now to actually enroll, get your basis going, and start that career. If you don't know how to enroll or to start your RV tech journey, you can always start obviously with the local dealership, a friend. You can call RVTI. You can go to rvti.org. You can always get a hold of me. I am here to help the RVTI whole employees. Our whole group and team is here to help. There's so many different ways, which is great because there's a great support system out there for you. Any questions that you have or things that you would like to know about. And if we don't know, we have a lot of connections on if it's just how do I start a business? You know, can I get employed by a dealership or a service center after? Yes, we have all those connections in the industry to help you get a job.